There's so much to unpack about Reacher Seasons 3 and 4, with both of them in the works. We're here to break down everything we know so far, so stick around as we dive into the details. If we get ahead of ourselves, or if anything's unclear, feel free to let us know in the comments. Now let's jump right into all the exciting things we can expect from the new seasons of Reacher coming our way. After a lot of buzz, Amazon Prime Video dropped the first teaser for Reacher Season 3 in December 2024. This quick 45-second teaser gives us a peek at what's coming in the new season, showing that Reacher's latest case connects to his past. We also get a look at his new opponent, Paulie, a massive guy who's literally twice Reacher's size. Reacher's going to need more than his usual muscle this time. It looks like his brains are going to be just as important as his brawn. Even though the show is based on the books, Season 3 is taking some creative liberties, especially with the return of Francis Neagle. For a while, fans were speculating about which book would be the focus of Season 3. Alan Ritchson cleared up the mystery in January 2024, revealing that Persuader would be the one. Persuader is the 7th book in Lee Child's series and sees Reacher working to bring down a drug kingpin while also rescuing an undercover DEA agent. It's full of action and twists, and fans are definitely in for a wild ride. But even though the show is inspired by the books, Season 3 isn't following the story exactly, especially since Neagle, who wasn't in Persuader, will be back, adding a fresh twist to the plot. As with the previous seasons, Reacher Season 3 is stacking up a strong cast. Alan Ritchson is back as Reacher, of course, and we'll also see Maria Stern return as Francis Neagle. The season will also feature new faces, like Anthony Michael Hall as the shady businessman Zary Beck, and Sonia Cassidy as DEA agent Susan Duffy. There's also Brian T. as Quinn, who has a connection to Reacher's mysterious past, and Johnny Burke as Richard Beck, whose kidnapping sets things in motion. Reacher will be joined by new DEA agents played by Roberto Montesinos and Daniel David Stewart, bringing fresh faces and new dynamics to the action. The good news is the show's already been a huge hit for Prime Video, so they renewed Season 3 even before Season 2 aired. This means there won't be a long wait. Season 3 is set to drop on February 20th, 2025, with the first 3 episodes coming at once. After that, new episodes will air every Thursday until March 27th, keeping fans hooked with a weekly dose of action. Now, let's dive into the topic of Neagle's return. Even though she's not in Persuader, a lot of fans are questioning her involvement, but there's a solid reason why she's essential to Season 3. Unlike the Jack Reacher movie starring Tom Cruise, the Reacher series on Prime Video has stayed pretty true to Lee Child's original books, not only in casting, but also in the way the stories unfold. While the show has made some changes, most of them have worked in its favor. That said, Neagle's role in Season 3 is one of those changes that sparks some debate. In the books, Reacher's inner thoughts give us a lot of insight into his feelings and reasoning, but in the show, this wouldn't work as well. A constant inner monologue would slow things down and take away from the action. That's where Neagle comes in. She's one of the few people Reacher trusts, so her character helps convey his thoughts and motivations in a way that feels natural. Instead of having Reacher narrate his feelings, Neagle's interactions with him allow the audience to understand his emotions without relying on voiceovers. In fact, Neagle serves as a great foil to Reacher's often solitary nature. In Season 2, we saw how their bond allowed Reacher to open up in ways he doesn't with anyone else. They share a mutual understanding and respect, and their platonic relationship helps add depth to Reacher's character. Without Neagle, Reacher might just come across as another stoic action hero, but with her, we get to see different sides of him. In the Season 3 trailer, Neagle's role becomes even more important when Reacher faces off with Paulie, a guy who's literally twice his size. Neagle helps express Reacher's surprise and awe. Instead of Reacher just telling us how big Paulie is, Neagle reacts, giving us a chance to see how Reacher is impacted by this new challenge. It's a perfect example of how Neagle brings out a more human side of Reacher, making him feel less like a one-dimensional action figure and more like a relatable, complex character. So, even though Neagle wasn't in Persuader, her presence in Season 3 is definitely a win for the show. She adds depth to Reacher's character, keeps the story moving without bogging it down in inner monologues, and helps make the action feel even more personal. And who knows? With the way things are going, we might even see her get her own spin-off on Prime Video. With Reacher Season 4 now officially confirmed, fans are eager to see which of Lee Child's books the show will adapt next. While the specific novel hasn't been revealed yet, it's clear that the series has found a successful formula in adapting Child's exciting crime stories. Alan Ritchson has become a standout Reacher, bringing the character to life in a way that resonates with viewers. So far, the show has done an excellent job of capturing what makes these stories so captivating. And with 29 books in the Jack Reacher series, there's plenty more material to work with. One of the most popular books in the series is Tripwire, the third installment. After the action-packed adventures of the first two novels, Tripwire shifts focus to Reacher himself. The book offers a more introspective look at the character, delving into his past and exploring why he acts the way he does. This could be a great fit for the show, as it would allow fans to connect with Reacher on a deeper level. Set in Florida, the plot centers around a mystery involving a Vietnam War veteran who is causing trouble under a secret identity. This slower, more intellectual story would highlight Reacher's sharp mind, a side of the character the show hasn't always emphasized. Another potential option for Season 4 is One Shot, a book that is less action-heavy than many others in the series. The story follows Reacher as he tracks down a mysterious gunman in an Indiana city who leaves behind cryptic clues. This investigative, slower-paced story could offer a fascinating contrast to the more action-driven tone of the show, and it would be interesting to see how the writers adapt it. It would also be fun to compare the show's approach to this story with the 2012 Jack Reacher movie, which was inspired by the novel and starred Tom Cruise. The show and the movie take very different approaches, so seeing the differences in how the story is told would be intriguing. Gone Tomorrow, the 13th book in the series, is another strong contender for adaptation. Known for being one of Lee Child's best-written novels, it follows Reacher as he intervenes in a dangerous situation in New York City, which leads to a complex investigation. The book is fast-paced and filled with memorable characters, making it a perfect fit for the action-packed nature of the show. The narrative is intricate enough to sustain the mystery over the course of an entire season, and its thrilling pace would provide plenty of excitement for fans. Ultimately, Gone Tomorrow is considered one of the most gripping books in the Jack Reacher series, with a plot that is both thrilling and rich in character development. It's a perfect match for the show's high-octane style and would keep viewers on the edge of their seats from start to finish. Whether it's Tripwire, One Shot, or Gone Tomorrow, there are plenty of exciting options for Reacher Season 4. Fans are in for another thrilling ride, no matter which book gets the adaptation treatment. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.